In this video, I'm gonna give a quick review over the transformation inside PySpark code. Here we have a code which we have uploaded in our DBFS file store manually, and just copy the path of this file through this option and going to close this part here. Now I'm going to import file from the local storage, and this is our file which we have uploaded in previous video. Now let's learn how to import this file through PySpark code and display the schema. So I'm going to use PySpark code. This is PySpark SQL function and import *. Through this library, I'm going to create a data frame with name df. This is gonna write Spark code. With this Spark, I'm going to read my file with certain option. So I'm going to write option here. So what's the first option here? First option is header is true. So I'm going to make it true here. Then I'm going to make it CSV because this is a CSV file. And with this CSV file, I'm going to paste my address here. So here we have DBFS, file store, and local telco underscore customer underscore churn. So I'm going to paste this file and remove this DBFS because that's by default store location. So I'm not going to provide that first part. And now let's run this code. This is going to store everything inside df, and let's display this content so that we have the current schema and correct content of that file here. Here you can see this is showing all the df, but we do not have much file and it's scrolling so many things here. So what I'll do, I'll create another code which would be display. With this display, I'm going to use ds.limit. With this limit, I'm going to provide only 5. This will display only first 5 rows with this certain sample. So here you can see on the right hand side, we have so many NLP related or question answer or text data. We will be using this text data for our Azure AI Foundry or Azure OpenAI Spark ML as well. As of now, I'm just giving some transformation. Let's display this schema. So df.print.schema round parenthesis, you can see all the schema is having certain string. So we have device protection as string, monthly charges are in decimal, but here we are showing string format. Why so? Because whenever you are importing any CSV file, it's gonna display a string data type, or everything, every field will be in string data type only. You will have to convert into respective column or respective column type, data type. So for this, what I'll do, I am going to use my data type, respective data type, where we will be using certain code. So I'm going to use predefined code here. I'm just copying this code here and pasting it here. This is showing all the respective columns, their data type. If you look at third column, senior citizen, integer type, that is in integer, that's our column type. If you go back 10 word, this is also integer type. If you go down, this is monthly charge in string data type, and monthly charges also in, total charges are also in double type. I'm going to import this schema here. Once we have proper schema, then we can read our file again through the schema. What's the difference between this read option here and the previous one? If you scroll up, you can see this is having read option with header. We want to need all the header as a true, first row as a header, and CSV address. But in this code, we have another option called schema, and this schema is just mapping through this variable. You can name it anything, for example Delhi, NCR, schema 2, schema dev, schema test, or anything, any operation, sales, marketing as well, and you can write that schema as well. Let's run this df, override this df data frame, display this part with some 10 rows and print schema as well. you can see it's a showing first 10 rows and all the respective columns. What's the difference between previous display and now? Here we can see this is integer data type. If you scroll down, scroll right, you will find other columns. Those are in double. This monthly charges are in double now, and this total charges are also in double format, which is correct schema. Now we can go for another part where we have some other values. For example, I'm going to perform first transformation here. This is gonna remove our deviate part, device protection and online security. So what I'll do, I'm going to use my df_1. With this variable, I'm going to create a new variable and I'm going to use drop function. So this is gonna drop my columns. So what's the name of this column? I'm going to copy these column names so that I do not have typo error. I would suggest you always copy these names because they are always hitting error when you are having incorrect names, or even a single space is giving extra. So now I'm going to hit enter. This is going to display my content with this df1. I'm going to limit and going to print this schema as well. So I'm going to use df1 dot print schema round parenthesis and run. This will not only drop these two columns but also print first 10 rows, also display schema of respective values. Here we have all the values. Now in second transformation, I'm going to perform some new column tenure, multiply its value by 20. So for this, what I'll do, I'll first import some particular libraries. So from PySpark, I'm going to use SQL functions dot, not the asterisk, but I'm going to use column here. So for this, I'm going to use df2. So df2 is a new data frame, and it's going to make changes from inside previous df, which is df1. Now with column, this is tenure multiplying, and this is column tenure, and I'm going to multiply it by 20, and let's close this parenthesis. Now display the first 10 records. We have the first 10 record limit, and I'm not going to print schema. Now let's run this df2 again. Can you see this is going to display thing? If you go right, you can see this column is now created. If you are interested with more transformation, let's see in our next video. Keep learning, keep growing till then.